the members of United Empire bring something different. Look at this.
Francesco Akira takes a huge leap as this battle between the United Empire and the Death Riders rages on. Don't go anywhere.
An amateur wrestling in native New Zealand. He's also training MMA, catch wrestling, and Muay Thai. And Daniel Garcia's about to find out how dangerous he is.
And once again, Claudio Castagnoli pulling a fellow Death Rider out of harm's way. And Castagnoli catching the big man. And
oh my God!
Just hoisting him up for a vertical suplex and driving him through the table. Fans, this battle rages on live on Dynamite. Don't go anywhere as this match continues.
Given what we've seen thus far, fellas, Claudio Castagnoli has changed the game entirely. Henare, one of the most menacing members of the United Empire. On a number of occasions, switching things back round in the favor of these men from Japan. And now, by the looks of things, the Maori Moolah is taken out.
And Nigel, it seemed like Castagnoli may have picked up an injury in the early moments of this match. He still might be seriously injured, but he is fighting on. I mean, that is just the grit and the determination that the Death Riders bring.
Castagnoli's shown how tough he is, and oh, wait a second.
Oh, God, John Moxley broke.
A kendo stick, and he's using the splinters, stabbing the splinters into the upper shoulder, the upper back of Will Ospreay.
This is sadistic. It's all, oh no, don't do it.
He's trying to blind Ospreay.
That's right, he's trying to, Ospreay pushing back the other way. For all he's worth. I'm not so sure if he got it in the eye or not, but maybe above. Good God.
Someone needs to stop John Moxley.
Oh, he's got the nose. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's the first. We've seen crazy things in wrestling before here in AEW, but I don't think we've ever seen that. God.
Moxley will do everything he can to weaken his opponent, using anybody he can to do so while he has the opportunity tonight. Because as we stated earlier, come Dynasty, he will be one-on-one without any interference. And Moxley's got to do as much damage as he can tonight. But for that part, so does Will Ospreay.
John Moxley, just truly innovative levels of violence. We should expect nothing less from the man who is Continental Champion.
Well, Will Ospreay brought in members of the United Empire to have his back. And I would say right now, they need to pull themselves up and have his back, because this is going to be a turning point in this match, I do believe. We've got all members here, Nigel, going against Will Ospreay, and he is in major trouble.
Major trouble because a lot of his crew seemingly are down and out. Oh no.
John Moxley,
pile driver in the center.
On the surgically repaired neck of Will Ospreay.
All the blood rushing to the head of Ospreay.
Oh! That's it.
Fans, welcome back to AEW Dynamite. Moments ago, I believe we're going to see it again. John Moxley just landed a undoubtedly devastating pile driver on Will Ospreay. Ospreay with that surgically repaired neck, Nigel. This is getting ugly for Ospreay.
Ospreay, who came into this match here tonight thinking he could weaken his opponent, but instead this absolutely devastating for the challenger.
And then on top of that, wrenching the neck many times.
Will Ospreay, he called in the reinforcements from Japan in the form of United Empire, Francesco Akira, Henare, and his protege, Callum Newman. But right now, they have been overwhelmed by the Death Riders as Moxley has Will Ospreay in his grip.
Will reaching out. Of course, no rope break's going to help him. He's calling for reinforcement, and Henare's in.
He is back.
Henare. And the uppercut Just dropping Callum Newman. Using his range, the high roundhouse kick, pack, pump kick into the jaw of the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. Newman dazed by that one as the bastard holding the center of the ring, but Francesco Akira.
Boy, this kid's amazing, isn't he, Akira?
Akira.
Rapid pace offense. Whoa.
Oh, Garcia breaks the grip. Oh, just open-handed strike, and Garcia lands the high boot as Ospreay breaks through the lariat, the hook kick. Moxley looking for Death Rider, but no, Ospreay wants no part of it.
That kick was on target, that thrust kick.
Hidden blade, no, Garcia. The body lock steps through, looking for the Dragon Tamer. Ospreay fighting it, but Garcia has it locked in.
Oh, Moxley looking for the storm.
Moxley drives Ospreay head first. Garcia shoots the half, makes the cover, and no, Francesco Akira there to break things up.
You gotta wonder how much the neck of Will Ospreay can take, guys. My God.
Akira sends Garcia to the outside, but
And fans, no more commercial breaks. We're gonna stay with us as long as it takes. Plus, Kenny Omega still to come tonight, so stay with us. What a way to head towards Dynasty on Sunday.
Well, is it about the size of the dog in the fight?
no back down in the heart of the young Italian speedster, Francesco Akira. Oh, and Moxley wipes him out, but in comes the 23-year-old phenom, the protege of Will Ospreay, Callum Newman.
Newman's a big boy, and he can match Moxley when it comes to power.
Well, Moxley, the kick to the inside of the knee, changing levels. And now Moxley on the move. Newman, rolling elbow strike.
And Moxley came right back, and then now he's dazed.
Garcia got caught by one now.
How is Ospreay back to his feet?
That's the
Newman
question.
and Ospreay. Cutters! Double cover! And United Empire very nearly took it. Now, whoa! It was Akira that bailed out Henare earlier, and Henare that rising headbutt, and Moxley through the table.
Two massive men, and what a collision that was.
And now Akira and Garcia.
Oh, God.
Didn't have the body weight to break the table. Might have broke his back, though.
Watch out!
Newman! The stop. Akira overshot it, but still. A splash on Garcia, and that leaves Will Ospreay and Jon Moxley face to face, center of the ring, a preview of what we will have this Sunday at Dynasty.
And both men are going to be injured, going to be bruised, going to be hurting, but that's not stopping these two men right now.
Who's going to be worse off with one table remaining?
Ospreay rapid fire elbow strikes. Moxley steals himself. No, reversal. Ospreay sent to the outside. And now Ospreay back it up! Caught him with the paradigm shift. Remember, it was 5 consecutive paradigm shifts followed by the chair wrapped around the neck of Will Ospreay. That's what put Ospreay out of action.
That was
and
2.
Moxley out of already now 3.
He's going to go for it again. He may try for 6 here.
Or he may try to end Will Ospreay's career permanently.
With that table, he's more than capable of doing it.
Oh, Newman.
Callum Newman, the prince, coming to the aid of the king.
And Will Ospreay. Oh, the hit!